Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here. Once again, what's up everybody? Welcome to my spoiler-free movie review of The Tomorrow War, starring Chris Pratt. Man, this movie, I've gotten two opinions from this movie. People that loved it, or people that hated this movie. There's like no in between that people thought that it was okay. People that loved this movie or hated this movie. I didn't love it per se. I thought it was a good, like, popcorn movie, a popcorn sci-fi movie, but it's not this big piece of crap like, for example, IGN is making out to be. Goodness, they made it seem like it's a giant stinker. Is it perfect? No. But let me get to the plot synopsis before I get into what I liked and didn't like. So basically, Chris Pratt's like, it started off with Chris Pratt, like, with his families, with it's the holiday season, and all that stuff, and, they're watching a soccer game. All of a sudden, these people come out from a portal and explain, like, hey, in 30 years, we're fighting a great war against an unknown enemy, and we're losing. So we need to recruit you guys from this time to, like, fight in our war. Otherwise, in 30 years, there won't be a Earth to save. So it's crazy, man. So that's basically the plot synopsis of it. Let me get away with what I don't like. I wish the weapons were more futuristic. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's some cool, like, machine gun weaponry that they used. And, just one of those things, like, this is a futuristic movie. Shouldn't it have, like, some cool, crazy weapons? I mean, that's, like, I guess, like, one of the biggest complaints about the movie. Like, there's no crazy futuristic weapons, or, like, locations, or, like, cars, or suits, or... They just, like, all they have enough tech was, like, just to get back in time. The other side character that Chris Pratt was with, this comic relief character that Chris Pratt was with, I wish he was in the movie more, or with him more. They weren't together enough. Also, I just wish they were together more. I believe, because I like their chemistry. Chris Pratt, yeah, I admit he wasn't as charismatic as he is as Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll give them that. So he's, but he has, like, some. So he's not, like, as great as he was in, like, that film. So I do agree in some aspects. However, he wasn't as bad as people make him out to be. You know what I mean? I don't think he was as bad as, like, he really carried the movie on his shoulders. He did a great job, and also the actor who played Commissioner Gordon in Justice League, he's in the movie as well. And I kind of had the chemistry between him and Chris Pratt. I wish he was there longer. I'm derping on his name right now, and I apologize. I know he was also in I'm derping on it. I'm sorry. I know he was in a lot. Also, he played James Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man, which, by the way, I'm so glad he returned for No Way Home, which, by the way, comes out this December of 2021. I'm very excited for that. And he is like, oh man, it's like watching him go into that role is like watching Peter Cullen voice Optimus Prime. Hearing that classic voice again was just fantastic. Just like seeing that character back in that role is just, as James Jonah Jameson. It's like he is James Jonah Jameson. It's kind of like how Henry Cavill was Batman, and how Ben Affleck is no. Well, oh my gosh, I'm messing it up. Excuse me. Henry Cavill is Superman. Ben Affleck is Batman. I'm sorry, I'm filming this late. Doing it live. I'm just kidding. It's pre-recorded. I'm just being stupid. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like, there's some actors that are born to play a role, and that role is meant for him. he's not in the movie a lot. I wish, again, kind of the comic relief kind. I wish he was in the movie more. I kind of did a little chemistry back and forth between him and Chris Pratt, because he played his dad in the movie. Not really a big spoiler. You find out right away. You got a feeling that were kind of like related in some way. I wish they had more of a connection, which was more like more time to like interact with one another. They didn't really have that. The little time they did interact was great. I really enjoyed it for the little time I was there. And what I did like, the weapons, the cool machine. I did like the suits they wore. I thought it was pretty cool. I did like the fact that even though I know people saying they could time travel, why couldn't they just do this, and that? Fair point, but the movie at least explained why they couldn't do probably what you're thinking. Could you come up with great counter arguments to it? I wouldn't disagree against it, or what you probably think it would have should have done this instead. But given the circumstances, we barely had enough power just to get here to recruit. So at least they explain. It's not like, oh, we can't do that because of reasons. And I'm just like, why? Because reasons. Don't question us. You know what I mean? So it's like, at least they explain it. They're like, they just hand waved, like how certain movies, they kind of like hand waved exclamations and like, where did this come from, or why wasn't this plot point explained? Because now it's like a giant plot hole that I can't ignore. So at least, I mean, again, if you have counter arguments about the time travel thing, I understand, but at least they tried to explain it. The aliens look cool. Yes, it wasn't like the most original thing ever, but kind of like how one reviewer said, "Oh man, they don't look all that scary." Have I seen scarier monsters? Yes. Obviously. I've seen scarier monsters than what that was in the Tomorrow War. But let's be for real. If you're walking down home, you're walking out of Walmart with your groceries, pushing your cart, and all of a sudden that thing just, a portal opens up and like lands on top of your car, roaring in your face, are you gonna be like, "You're not scary, go away"? Or are you gonna be like, "Oh," and run away like a giant pussy, like I would? If I saw something like that, I would run as fast as possible. Though I will admit another negative. I wish it was rated R. I feel like it was gonna be rated R, and they toned it down to PG-13 so more people can see it. I'm like, they should have gone all the way with it. That's like, I think the sequel should be like a rated R, so they just go all out with the gore and stuff, and not go out with gore, not feel like it has to hold itself back. Like I said, it's a dumb popcorn movie. Like, it's like one of those movies where to turn off your brain and enjoy yourself. I mean, like I said, it tries to explain certain things, and yeah, Chris Pratt is not as charismatic as he normally is in comparison to his role in Star-Lord and Guardians of the Galaxy. But it's a good film regardless. If you want like a dumb, it's like a sci-fi action movie you see like in the 80s, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. And like from the 80s early 90s time period, where that would fit. And it's like kind of the Expendables, where like I feel like the Expendables is a callback to the 80s early the 80s and 90s action movies. I feel like Tomorrow War is like a callback to that, but like above the sci-fi genre, like Total Recall, like kind of like a Total Recall. No, not as good, but a callback to like the cheesy, over the top, this doesn't make any sense, but still is a fun ride kind of type of movie. That's what I got from it. Is it the best thing in the world? Is it like a giant game changer like The Matrix or Avatar or 2001: A Space Odyssey? No. If you think that going in, you're gonna walk away very disappointed. But if you want like a dumb, fun like action movie, then I would recommend you watch Tomorrow War. It's a good time. Especially if you're Amazon Prime member like me, it's free. So I'd say, why the hell not? Give it a look. Look, because I'll say this. I would rather watch this movie again than ever watch The Spirit again. In fact, I wouldn't mind sometime in the future doing a RTB retro review on that and go into detail why that movie is garbage. But this one, it was good. Again, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's not like a giant piece of crap either. It's a good, dumb but fun, like science fiction action movie that you would have seen in the 80s. And I had a great time with I had a good time with it ultimately, and I heard there's a sequel and I can't wait to see what they do with it. So this is my opinion. What's yours? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a great day. Also, the third act. There's a cool third act fight that Chris Pratt does with a certain alien, and I'm gonna say that was the coolest part in the movie. Just want to throw that last part out. Alright guys, have a good one.